It is day 201, and with that, I just realized we actually survived over 200 days. Hello and welcome back to new cycle. Yeah, there is a slight growth again, right? So a bit of kids coming in again with with this new year, and I hope that this trend is now improving. What is also improving is our knowledge of the world. In the last episode, we have finished this Scouts Guild over there, and we are now on our way right now to the first valley that we have in our surrounding area. And the game specifically states that exploration is super important because with that, not only do we get resources, new people that we find, that's the really important thing, and also we can spread the knowledge of our camp to the world and thus increase also our attraction and migration rate. All of this is super important. Let's actually create a second scout team. There's no cost for this really, other than the electricity of course, and we can just create it. And yeah, let's also have a quick look on the world map again. So there it is, my first scout. She's all alone in the wilderness on her way to this valley over there. And I would also like to have a look at the highlands up here that we have, where we can send now scout number 2 as well. So there's 2 now on their way, and we'll just see what they find over there. Meanwhile, we also have a special project mission. As far as I can see, there is no direct time limit, which is great, right? So I guess we need to continue with that for the main quest line that we have of this game, while we're also trying, of course, to survive. I've got 13 people available right now. Let's actually, with summer that we have right now, let's have a look what we actually need. We're actually really good looking there right now. Let's increase the workforce on the pit. Let's also get us 2 more people in for bricks, so that we have more of that. Tool-wise, we should be fine, and we are also really fine. Oh yeah, iron ore. That is something. Let's quickly check it out. There is an iron ore deposit here. Quite a bit of it too still, right? So 3,200 left. So of course, I'm eager to assign some people to that. And out here, we also have a camp still with the meat and the mushrooms. Mushrooms we don't need really. What I need though is definitely also having a look at my food and my water. Water is still capped, so we can keep the extra rations. Tools is fine, and the cloth is also fine for extra rations to keep morale high. Alright, another bigger lightning strike. A lightning strike. Ooh. Oh, one of my windmills got destroyed in the progress. Alright, in the process. And let's just go ahead and build it again right away. In here. It's rather cheap. And my scout has arrived at the location, at the valley. In a large area that looks empty and untouched, except for a few ruins of buildings from long ago. There's nothing to see. The few woods may harbor prey, and judging by the weedy ground, water can be found without going too deep below the surface. There's possible resources in this one, and we propose to build a watchtower here to increase our awareness of the surrounding area. So this is then something we can do. Let's have a look at that, and there it is, right? There's the valley now with our scout, and even that holds then points of interest. So out here we got the shoreline. We can go further into the lowlands, and of course we wanna start by scouting this province there. We're already there, right? So very close to that certain point of interest on this valley. That's pretty cool. So it's then further dividing into more points of interest as well. The windmill has been constructed again. Hopefully, please give me that electricity back. There it is. Perfect. Oh, that sounds like a nasty storm. And we continue onwards. More in the valley. The resources in this area are not abundant enough for us to produce for a long time. Alright, that was not successful. And the other scout has arrived at the highlands, a vast plains of grass and rocky ground leading to steep slopes rising into the sky, with a hint of a mountain range ahead. These lands may have abundant resources, like iron ore, for example. Alright, let's have a look at that again. This is empty now, alright. So scout number 1 continues to that. And scout number 2 also starts now with the exploration of the highlands in specific. And up here we have then the mountain area as well. There's a forest area. I'm curious. I would like to get probably another scout skill. Can we actually build several of them? Nah. I cannot build a second one. That would have been too easy, I guess. So we really need to work with what we have there. Alright, summer is almost at an end resource-wise. Yeah, a bit more food might not be a bad idea. I think all three are working at capacity though. Having a slight surplus is fine as long as we have the raw materials. We are looking golden. Fish-wise, we're almost out now. Let's assign a second person to that. And mushroom, fish. Alright. I guess this one here we could switch to meats then. We have plenty of meat in stock. Tunicutes were born with the next season, so summer it is. 2 children, perfect. So at least there is something coming in again, some slight growth. And we also have scout reports. Fresh tracks, it may be home to large herds of several species, including big game. A good spot for hunting. And the other one, the province. There's nothing again. The province looks really bad. Alright. There's game then. That's good for watchtowers, I guess, that we can then have some outposts. Also a group of strangers, another 2 people. Welcome. With that, we're pushing to 59. That's 4 new people in just a couple of minutes. I'm happy about this. Please grow like that. Next up, the province, nothing. Right. This really doesn't hold anything, right? Another spot here, and then we probably move on. Research-wise, we can actually continue here. We have everything that we need. Mine serving. With that, we can build basic mines, get copper and coal. Let's go ahead with this, as we have the resources, and then we can go into cultivation as well. Alright, the last report from the province. A huge mineral deposit was found. And we could build mining over there to get, I guess, coal, by the looks of it, out of that. And with that, the first valley has been fully supplied. We can then, as we can see now, add or build stuff here, right? So we can go for a watchtower, for example. Building this will actually cost me 2 workers and 2 rations per day. I don't have this up yet. Or, what is this? Might actually be also something else. There might be then a potential yield here. Let's continue with the shoreline with my scout number 1. And I think scout number 2 has also done something, probably also a coal-rich land. That's the highlands there. So that's also something we can then use. I like that we can have outposts, right? And yeah, who knows what we'll actually also find out there as well. Alright, the wells have been exhausted. We don't have any rain again. Just some slight one here, but almost nothing really, precipitation-wise. And I think, yep, there it is. We have also finished the basic mining. With that, we can now build mines, right? Coal and copper mining then as well. And yeah, let's move into the last hack for this cycle here. That's the cultivation. And with that, we can get vegetables and herbs. And I think that is really important, herbs especially here, because this will, of course, unlock us medication. And with that, hopefully further improving the health of my population. Nice, 2 people grew up and 2 people were born again. So a plus of 4 here, boosting it to 61 on the population. Mining 101. Chief, we now know how to be able to build our first mining facilities. In order to access the rich resources under the surface, we need to position these facilities carefully and begin digging mine shafts to reach whatever we can reach below the surface. Only once these shafts have been dug can we say for certain what minerals we can find. Ore veins are usually found on mountain slopes or in rocky areas after selecting a mine. Alright. And this is then something, of course, we can do. Is it on the same map? I think it's on the same map, right? Yeah, we get iron, copper, coal, and tin out of it for 300 electricity. And right, there is, for example, some mining here. And there's unknown resources then here. Alright, so we definitely cannot build it just anywhere. We do need to get those resources in, right? And only then can we mine something out of that. For now, though, we have plenty of iron, and I don't need coal right now for anything else. So I guess for glass, I will need it then. And then we should have it again anyway in ample supply. Let's actually assign 2 more people because we need more stone. We actually consume that. That's for this. We have 3 objectives now. Yeah, and since the growth finally picks up again a bit, we should actually be on our way to 100 now. and nothing here except for crop of trees. That's the highlands for you. So we do have once again the ability to build a watchtower, another well for more water. And yeah, I would say let's continue onwards into the forest with my scout number 2. So around Sleepy Hollow, right? We're on the shore, so obviously, and there's only those areas I can actually go to. But how about those rations? You know what? We have the workforce. Let's actually go for it and just build us a watchtower. And there it's being built. I have no idea what this is there exactly. We'll just see once we need it. And also we have developed the agriculture, so that we have it. The kale yard grows crops to ensure the constant production of food. Doesn't really cost that much. And yeah, we do need to, of course, have it in a high fertile area. And look at that. Over here we have it. Unfortunately, I cannot see anything else then, but we could have it, yeah, beside that pit here. There is, as far as I can see, grain here that we can grow. If we go a bit further up, here actually we might have some good yields, according to the map. There's 4 here. Let's start with that. My first field. Let's actually also get a road over there. And we can have then several fields, of course, in this area here for all of that. Kale yard. The watchtower has been completed. Let's have a look. And there it is. It does cost me now 2 people. Alright, I still don't know what that is. Is it food? Whatever it is, we have it. So I guess it's just rations, really. And we don't need to primarily build that now, right? And yeah, with that, let's assign 2 people to this. They will now work on that. And with that, we have the watchtower. And this is actually giving me an immigration effect, right? So it is increasing now immigration, because whenever there is survivors here in this region, they can come to us. We can direct them to our humble village that we have. You know what? Let's actually build us another shack. Of course, probably close to the tavern there. Right next to it. I definitely wanna keep some space there though. Yeah, let's have another shack then up here. Because I think we're going to need some healthcare here then, right? Also take in all these people there. Alright, kale yard was constructed. There we have it. And then we can now select what we want. Vegetables or herbs. And yes, I would like to go for herbs. Assign 4 workers to that. It actually requires clay. That's interesting. And also lots of water, of course. But let's actually switch here back to clay. So that we continue producing enough there. And with that, we should get access to medication. I'm really, really curious. Right now, there's none, right? So this hopefully changes now. We have also arrived at the shoreline and uninhabited region. Once again, but it has resources. It has the coastal abundance bonus. Right, I would also like to have a look at my migration. Look at that. Yep, it has increased now. Awareness from regions plus 10. And with that, we actually have a regular attraction level now for the first time, right? So we were at low up to this point. And with that, we should increase the amount of people that would like to join us. And once again, it's winter. 2 kids grew up and 2 were born again. And also, does this work during winter? Kale yard. It does not, right? So the winter is giving it a negative 100, of course, as expected. Now I've switched it to vegetables for the time being because we have enough herbs and it doesn't really seem to have an effect, unfortunately. So I've got 160 herbs available right now. We'll just see if this gets consumed, right? And we also have then vegetables. I can use them then in the soup kitchen to continue with some food production. Now my fisher continues to work. That's great. So we have 2 now on the meat and 1 on the fish. So the food production continues, and yeah, unfortunately it does not do anything here at the moment, right? So medication, herbs, I might need a building for that first. Potential water source that we have also found. So up to this point, lots of resources. And I guess, can I already start building something? Yes, for the forest, I could also build a watchtower. Let's do this. Very important for me. I want to increase the awareness. And let's also build one here on the shoreline. I want to get cracking on immigration. More people is always good. Also good for the genes, of course. Alright, shoreline has been established as well. We have finished those watchtowers. And yeah, we do need, once again, workers then here. So let's assign some 2 again to this area here. And for the shoreline, I will also need 2 people then. We have them, by the way. 2 grew up. So I can also assign 2 workers here. This one. There it is, the food supply, right? But no idea. We don't really seem to need it though. This should increase immigration further. And with that, we're on good attraction rating now. Perfect. Awareness from region plus 30. A guest has arrived. I'm Carla. Excuse my haste. I've come a long way and you are the only group of people I've come across. I need your help. I'm a member of a village of 20 people and our water wells have run dry. We couldn't find a permanent solution in our vicinity. With our situation worsening day by day, fellow villagers like me would have gone... Okay, take a breath and rest. We have no choice but to leave our home, but we have neither the strength nor the resources to build a settlement from scratch. If you would have us, we'd like to join. What, 20 people? Provide supplies, we can do this to help them come over. 20 people would like to join us. Is this real? That would be the biggest growth so far. And of course we can take them in, no problem. I have plenty of jobs everywhere. And we have plenty of buffer available right now to increase our food production. Actually, let's just go ahead and get me another soup kitchen on the way. Just because really, I want to work there in advance. Actually, let's have it here, right? Because there's rocks. I cannot build anything there. And just hunting grounds again. And we have finished the objective. And it will take 15 to 20 days to get the people over. Wait for Carla and her people. And that's actually going to be 20 people there. Holy cow. Alright, alright. I will need more shacks. Finally some growth. Finally, I'm happy. And we probably will need another tavern then at some point. Let's actually finish this block there. I really want to keep that space here available for another service building, you know? You never know what you actually want to... what you actually need at some point. It's a pretty large area there anyway, so we could continue with another shack here. Right, and this main road ends then in this area. Another scout from the lowlands with more resources. Oh, look at that. It looks like we have a sandstorm or something. Look at the trees. I love how they bend to the wind. This looks rather dangerous. And let's just hope that no one is outside. Oh, like this group of strangers there. There they are. And yeah, that's the first 4 workers that arrived now. Hello, everyone. Join me, please. 71 we have with that. For the next cycle, we don't need... How many? 90. Alright, so we are actually not that far away from that anymore, since we have a steady growth now. And there's the sandstorm. It's reducing the workforce. And the maintenance cost in buildings is increased by 18%. But other than that, I think we should be fine. But yeah, it's getting a bit more uncomfortable out there. That's a super nice effect. There are still more people coming, of course. And there's also a merchant. I'm also continuing trying to train. It's hard. Alright, so let's train 2 people actually. It always costs me so much paper there. And I'm trying it with those 2. And there's also the trader. Yeah. Also no special modules. That's not really something I need. Let's also have a look at the map again. We have finished the forest. And yeah, you can continue onto the tundra. And my other scout is where exactly? Down here in the lowlands now. Also have a look what we can find up there. Or down there. Okay, water-wise, we might have a problem. I think we have, though, exhausted all the water that we have on this map. Is that right? There's still something up here. Let's get it. It's far away, but it should be fine. And we're going into autumn season. 2 more kids were born. Rather steady with this. And yeah, we got another craftsperson. Perfect. Ready for duty. Let's actually go for 3 this time for 600 paper. Paper-wise, let's increase that production again. Because I definitely want to get more craftspeople out there, right? So that's the one here. They have a good morale so far. Where is Carla and her people? Alright, animals were close friends to our ancestors. In the first moments of our civilization's end, they were the first to be abandoned. After a while, they started to be used as resources of meat. And this hunter-prey relationship, which has lasted for half a century, can now change. Now we have enough resources and our children are growing up in a world where sharing is once again an option. Alright. Morale. Pest infestation chances increased. Excess resource consumption. Risk of lice, fleas, disease, and avoidable injuries. The community can share their living spaces with tamed animals. They can spend their share to look after them. Alright. +7 morale for all classes, but the rations needed per capita increased by 20%. It's actually quite a bit. Alright, let's go ahead with this. We can afford it, right? And we have the alternative companions now in effect. And we'll just see how that looks on my food. For now, we're looking dandy on it. We have another soup kitchen ready as well to use. And we have now vegetables in stock. Actually, we're full on vegetables. Holy cow. So this farm is not working right now. Yeah, let's switch to herbs for in the meantime. But we've also reached max for the herbs, so I can't really do anything there for the moment. Alright, what's up with Carla and her people? Where are they? Training completed. Oh, what? 3 times it failed. This is disappointing. Let's try it 2 more times. Oh, and we're running low on tools. Assign another person to that. We have, of course, more people now, and this also increases my consumption then. And yep, let's also go ahead and assign another one for the tailor. Still, ingots is full at least, but the smithy, 21 per day. We consume 32 per day. Might actually need to reduce this. 22 per day. Let's go to regular on the tools. Right, objective successful. It seems that Carl and the people have survived the journey, at least some of them. A total of 11 workers, 2 craftsmen, and 5 children have joined us. Perfect. And with that, we are boosted to 89 right away. And we only need 1 more person for us to get to the next cycle. And there's also a small success morale boost because of that. Do we have enough housing? Yes, we have. We still have empty shacks. That's not a big deal. Very nice. And with that, yeah, 1 kid only needs to grow up. And then we're looking golden. We have lots of unoccupied workers now. And that I would like to use to, yeah, continue also getting some more watchtowers out. I think the lowlands, we can add another watchtower. And the tundra, we can also add one, right? To increase that immigration level. And by the way, we can also think about getting some wells in. New cycle, there it is. We have reached cycle 4. Finally, with that we get residences. There's a new building, upgrade from the shacks, water pump, smelters, glass sand, wires, and farms. A whole bunch of new things. Alright. So look at that. Cycle it is. And we should be able now to, yep, go into a whole bunch of new production. We need stable routes as the first attack. That's the maintenance building. And we have everything for it, even though barely. So let's go ahead and start researching that. I need more paper. Way more paper for this to actually succeed. And with that, we can now start on the glass and bronze production as well. And the watchtowers have been established. So I can now send someone over, I guess, to the lowlands and to the tundra. Right, we have plenty of people available right now. And this further increases then, of course, my migration level. So I would like to have it to grade or something so that we can really have a steady, bigger growth. Really exciting times, a new cycle, a whole new building area that we can now go for. And of course, a whole bunch of upgrades for my village. And we continue onwards with new cycle in the next episode. Stay tuned.